Yo, Dynasty fan, what's good, bros? My name is FlemLo Raps, and we're back fresh off of a national championship victory. If you missed that video on yesterday, be sure to go back and check it out. I did end up uploading it a little bit late. Apologies for that. But what we got today, I kind of wanted to go season in review and just give out some team awards to a few of the players, some that are coming back, some that may actually be leaving, and just kind of give them an extra little pat on the back for the season that they had, whatever they did that I thought was extremely impressive. So we got about 7 different awards that we're gonna give out right now. That's MVP, most outstanding offensive player, most outstanding defensive player, best teammate, most improved, and then the last 2 are going to be offensive and defensive newcomers of the year. Anybody who did not record any stats for Rutgers last season that is not a senior would technically qualify for this award, and I don't think that's gonna come into play at all this season, but just in the future, in case I get like a JUCO transfer or something that he's new to us, you feel me? Or it might be a guy who was buried on the bench and then as a junior he gets his start. If he played as a sophomore, maybe he'll get most improved. If he didn't play at all, he might get newcomer. We'll see. I decided to go with newcomer of the year over rookie of the year for simple reason. This kind of opens it up to a few more players. So obviously, if you're a true freshman, you come in, you will qualify for this award. If you're a redshirt freshman, you will also qualify for this award. And if you're a junior college player who transfers to us and this is your first season on Rutgers, you will also qualify for newcomer. So anyone who technically wasn't on the active roster the year before. All right, man, let's jump right into it. MVP. I think y'all kind of all knew where this was going. Brent Davis, 1000% MVP of the team. I have no questions, there's no doubt in my mind. This was our most valuable player. And I think what gets lost in some of the blowouts is that those games will be close. You know what I'm saying? Because we had a lot of blowouts, but they'll be close first half, and then this dude will just do something and just blow the game up. He'll take a kick return back and come back on the next one and catch a 70-yard bomb. We're up 14 points. Obviously, the defense had to get stopped, but as far as one player just making the biggest impact, Brent Davis easily, man. Nearly 1,500 yards receiving, 19 touchdowns. Then to come back with another 1,000 yards, or 1,200 yards in the kick return game with way less returns than he had last season, and he scored 3 of them. Come on. While we're here, he's also going to get most outstanding offensive player. That might be something I change down the road, but I can see a few scenarios where the MVP doesn't necessarily get best offensive or best defensive player, but still be the overall MVP of the team. But this year, this guy was the most valuable on offense and in special teams, and so he gets both. Craziest thing about Brent Davis, bro, he's an 82 overall. He's an 82 overall. I don't know how he does what he does. He's a 96 speed, 95 excel. That's not even that crazy. That's really good speed. But we've had players that fast or faster in the past. But something about this player, he just peels off from everybody. I don't know why. I don't ask no questions. His jump is not amazing. His spectacular catches in the dumps. Look at it. It sucks. Look at his route running. He's like a bugged player. Like, this dude is a glitch. Because his attributes are garbage. Like, outside of speed, his attributes ain't good. But he just make plays, bro. Most outstanding defensive player, also the Chuck Benderrick winner, that's gonna be Blasan Austin. Blasan did an amazing job of locking down his side of the field for the majority of the season. He had a couple of games here or there where he just kind of wasn't really there. But all in all, I could pretty much just say, yo, line up over there, and then we can run whatever we wanted, the rest of the defense. And he was going to lock up his side, man. 32 tackles, 9 interceptions, 2 defensive touchdowns, and 15 deflections, shutting everything down. Blasan's an interesting player. As a senior, he's going to go into the league, and his biggest weakness is his speed, but he's got great size. As you can see, great ability with everything else. His excel agility is great, awareness great, man coverage, zone coverage, press. He can do it all. His catching is a 75, but he act like it's a 57, honestly. But his play recognition, pursuit, I mean, everything is either good or at least solid. other than his speed, which I guess you could say is solid. Anyway, he's a beastly player. We're gonna miss him, dog. We're gonna miss him for real. Most improved player. Now I went ahead and had to break this up into most improved offensive player, most improved defensive player, because Zach Vineski really improved from the previous year, bro. Look at his previous year. 2 pancake blocks and gave up a sack. Alright. This year he was dominant with 12 pancakes and he didn't give up any sacks all season. So my most improved offensive player was him. Not to mention that most of the stars on offense were kind of new to the squad. And our most improved defensive player was Elorm Lamore. Alright, he is a defensive end, only a sophomore, will be back next year. Only had 2 tackles last season with no sacks. This year, 6 sacks, bro. 6 sacks, that's huge. Coming off the edge for us. Had a forced fumble and a recovery. 9 tackles for loss, and he really held it down. He is only a pass rusher. That's all, you know what I'm saying? That's his only function. But if that's your only function and you can come away with 6 sacks, we good to go. Offensive newcomer of the year. Now, I struggled a little bit with this one because right out the gate, I wanted to give it to Deshaun McCoy. But Deshaun McCoy is not the newcomer of the year. Newcomer of the year is Clifton Royal. Alright, Clifton Royal had low-key just an amazing season. He had to battle for his spot. He didn't start the whole year. He was coming in and tight spots and just making a throw, didn't have to go back out. Eventually he won the starting job, and through all of that, 27 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, 2,500 yards with a QB rating of 195, completing 72% of his passes. I mean, come on, man. He absolutely beasted, and he's such a good quarterback that even though I do like the 2 quarterback system, and I think I'll keep some version of it, I think that most of us would agree that going forward, he is the undisputed starting quarterback. And then defensive newcomer of the year. I wanted to go Kaplan. Kaplan's the first player that popped in my head, but then I was like, yo, I forgot. Hawk is a true freshman as well. 45 tackles, bro. 1 sack, 5 picks, and 2 defensive touchdowns, 10 pass deflections. He outplayed Kaplan. Let's take a look at Kaplan real quick, who played well. He definitely played well. But I think he outplayed him just by the nose, you know what I mean? And he's going to get defensive newcomer of the year. All right. The best teammate award goes to LaShawn Childs. He was a senior. He transferred here from junior college. He came in to be the guy, but it just didn't pan out for him. But he stayed the course. He continued to play his role. And while Brent Davis, a freshman, well, sophomore last year, is completely taking over, he continued to play his role. He didn't have a lot of catches, but he stayed ready. And when we needed him the most in the national championship, he came through. I was definitely tough on him. I expected it. I expected a lot out of him. I don't think we got all of that, but I think the whole time he stayed the course, and he did what was asked of him, and I hope he's rewarded for it. This was one of the most fun seasons I've had in a very long time. Again, the most deserving national championship team we've had in a long time. 14-0, undefeated. I don't even think we came very close to losing any of our games, which can get a little but at the same time, looking back at that, it's a testament to how good this team is, because they played on difficult sliders and they went out there every week consistently and just beasted. This Michigan game was my toughest game. Other than that, though, we handled everything they threw at us with ease, and we survived this one. Survived that one. So later today, we're going to be diving into the off season. I'll probably end up breaking it down in a few spots depending on how long I actually take. Probably about somewhere between 15-minute chunks. I like to be in there somewhere. And it will be a deep dive, so I'm not going to be rushing through it at all. So if you don't like that type of stuff, I'm sorry, but it's a lot of people that do like that type of stuff, and I love that type of stuff. So we will be diving into it. Anyway, man, hit me up in the comments section. Thank y'all so much for the support on this series, bro. Subscribe if you're brand new, and if you should happen to have missed this season, I do have it in a playlist. It should be popping up on the screen right about now. You can click that and go back and watch this season unfold. It was one to remember. Alright, I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. FlemLo Raps. One.